Our infrastructure is old. It's very old, like most of our infrastructure. The only thing is when you're talking about power lines, you drive across a bridge. If you're like me, you're looking at the underside of the bridge and you see the rust, okay? And I know you guys are like that big time, okay? And we can see all that stuff. We feel, to the average person, we feel every pothole.
Yep.
That's infrastructure aging, okay? And we can fix that. Think about all the potholes and the rusting that's going on transmission lines when nobody looks at them, and I say potholes, obviously not potholes figuratively, but literally, or I should say literally, but figuratively, what we would call a pothole. And so we've got these lines that are 50, 60, 70, 100 years old out there, and they need to be replaced. They need to be, maintained. Some of them just need to be flat out replaced. And not jumping off topic too quick here, but it's not like we can just tear it down and build a new one because our grid is so full right now, so at capacity, we can't take it out of service. And so we got that going on. As you mentioned, we have renewable energy going on, and you can't just mothball a plant in Ohio, coal plant, and build a wind farm right there. You got to build a wind farm out in Kansas or Oklahoma. Well, then you have to get into how do we get that power back to Ohio so that it can be distributed the way it normally was before that happened. And so we're looking at this on a nationwide basis, trying to, I call it rewiring America. We're just having to change things, and we have to, the analogy I use sometimes is we're changing the fuse panel in our house from one end to the other. We got to now totally rewire our house because our electricity is coming in a different area. And that's not something you do overnight. It takes planning. And then the third part of that is we don't know that planning. We don't know where those wind farms are going to be 5 years from now. We're more in a reactive state where we just have to, wind farm's coming on. Oh, they're building a new one out in western Oklahoma. How are we going to get that power into Tennessee Valley?